Hey guys, it's RooN here, and today I'll be talking about the Tottenham Hotspur versus Sheffield United game. So first, I'll give my overview of the game. We were consistently poor in terms of our attacking play, where the link-up in the final third has been very poor under Mourinho. We don't seem to have a good sequence of passes, and we rely on individual players to dribble past teams, who, if organised, will be tough to do. Like I mentioned last video, I wanted Bergwijn to be played in the cam position, which Mourinho did actually act upon. Overall, we should not be beaten by Sheffield United, a team who had only won once since the restart against Norwich, a team who could only name 7 substitutes, and a team who had 3 key injuries, whereas we have a fully fit squad bar Tanganga and Foy. So now I'll go over the goals. I won't go over the positives for our goal, as it was just a consolation goal, but I will credit Lamela for the delightful pass he played to Son, who assisted Kane for the goal. The disallowed goal was also very harsh, but the severity of the performance was not actually down to this decision. So first I'll go over Sheffield United's first goal. In my opinion, under Mourinho, the defensive line has dropped too deep, and in this case, it was really costly as it led to the Sheffield United's first goal. I think if Dier and Davies were more aggressive, they could have blocked out some of the passing channels into the Sheffield United forwards. If Sanchez was closer to McGoldrick, then Lo Celso could have blocked the horizontal pass in any case. Okay, so once the pass has been played, the same theme under Mourinho has been the lack of aggressivity in our defence. Davies gives their right-sided player far too much time on the ball. The only case I can give for Davies is that they were doubling up on him and there was a lack of support. But even once they get round Davies, the support seems to be in the wrong areas. We don't seem to stagger the positioning of our players. So here we have 5 players marking McBurney, no one marking McGoldrick, and we have 3 players on the edge of the box who are completely unmarked. So for the second goal, McBurney gets the ball from a Sheffield United clearance from defence, and he holds the ball up really easily. Dier and Davies don't apply any aggressive pressure on the ball, and it allows McBurney to spread the play out to the left wing. So once the ball has gone out to the left wing, Sissoko is marking their attacking player here, but only a few seconds later he lets that player go completely, and this leads eventually to the goal. I think Mourinho realised that the lack of defensive effort from Sissoko and Davies, whether it was mental or fitness, caused Sheffield United to score, so he brought off Sissoko and Davies soon after this goal. So Dier has been getting a lot of praise recently from Tottenham fans, and I think it's unjustified, but I'll explain why. Under Mourinho, the defence plays a lot deeper than it was under Pochettino. Under Pochettino, the defenders were isolated one-on-one against the opposition's attackers, and I think with Dier playing in a deeper defence, he gets covered a lot by his other teammates and he's not exposed one-on-one. Mourinho also seems to back this up. A reporter asks in the pre-match press conference about how well Dier has done this season. Mourinho says that the zonal defending in the midfield ahead of Dier is what has led to the defence being compact in the past few games.
You know, good players, good structure, good understanding, less doubts, better work by the zonal defending by the midfielders is very, very important for the team. So I think, of course, credit to Eric, to Davison, but I truly believe that if it was Toby over Tongan, the situation would be the same.
So now I'll go over the positives. So the negatives. I don't understand why Mourinho didn't bring on Ndombele sooner. He seems to favour to bring on other players before him like Lamela, who was very lively, but apart from his pass to Son, he fails so many times to find a clinical but obvious pass. And if anyone is criticising Ndombele for not sparking anything, they really shouldn't be. Ndombele hasn't played any competitive minutes in months, so of course he was going to be slightly rusty. The best way to have avoided this was to sub him on in previous games to get his match fitness up. Mourinho refused to do this even when he had subs remaining against Man U and West Ham. Another thing on the Ndombele saga is that Mourinho said in the build-up to the match that you just have to look at Luka Modric. He was signed by Real Madrid and was voted the worst signing, but then went on to win the Ballon d'Or. The thing is, Mourinho is the one that signed him at Real Madrid, and Mourinho was manager when Modric was voted the worst signing. Once Mourinho got sacked, Modric improved drastically. He really gave the wrong example to back up his case about the Ndombele saga. Dier we have already talked about for the first goal, and I do think we should sign him to a new deal, but only to sell him for a higher fee. Regarding Davies, I think Mourinho has greatly insulted Davies by bringing on a 33-year-old centre-back to replace your first team left-back. I think Mourinho has already stopped thinking about this season. I think he's using this season as practice for next season, which he openly admitted in his pre-match press conference, where he talks about using tactics and principles of play, which the players should have fully understood by the beginning of next season. But the concern is he's already had 6 months in charge, and it's almost certain that we won't get the Champions League, so for him to not start Ndombele as of yet is very concerning, and I expect in future matches that Ndombele should get more game time. Mourinho also said in his pre-match press conference that we don't need a large overhaul and we'll only need a few signings, whilst also countless times saying that we have such a talented squad. But when we put in performances like that, it doesn't bode well for Tottenham for the future. I can't imagine the tolerance of Daniel Levy will be very high if this continues into next season, which looks very likely given my reasons. Thank you guys for watching.